Hi, once again, everyone. It's Eric Wilhelm here. Weather for Weather Geeks time. It's Thursday evening, the 19th day of April 2018. We started again with snow today, and it turned into a decent, albeit pretty cold afternoon. We'll talk about the weather in just a second. A little astronomy geeks for you, though, tonight. Just before, or just after sunset, I should say, and lasting for 45 minutes or an hour or so, you'll be able to spot not only the moon, but Venus low in the western sky this evening. Again, the best time to check this out will be right after sunset. It's a crescent moon. It's a waxing moon heading towards its full phase in a little while. It was a new moon several days ago. So it's still pretty thin, and look down and to the right, you'll find very bright Venus, the second brightest object in the sky. Again, west sky early on this evening. The Lyrid meteor shower is underway. Now, this will peak Sunday morning, but if you're lucky, you might be able to spot a couple tonight, and probably again tomorrow night, and again Saturday night. Relatively clear skies over the next few nights should help us out. Again, ideal conditions Sunday morning at its peak. You may be able to spot 10 to 20 per hour. Again, that's at its peak. You wouldn't expect that tonight. Best advice when you're trying to view some meteors is find a nice dark spot. Allow your eyes a little time to adjust. Meteor showers to me, more often than not, end up being kind of a disappointment. We talk about you could see 10 to 20 per hour. But, they're notoriously fickle, and I think more often than not kind of underwhelm. I still want you to go check it out. I always encourage you to check this stuff out. It's neat. It's a great learning opportunity, not only for you, but maybe for the kiddos as well. But, I never want to emphasize that you're going to see the maximum amount of meteors in any meteor shower, because it almost never works out that way, it seems like. There's always a reason why. It tends to underperform a little bit. Anyway, on to the weather. Today we picked up 0.4 inches worth of snow. This was this morning. About a half an inch in a lot of spots this morning, enough to cover the grass, enough to get out the brush and have to get it off your car this morning. And for April, we're up to 7.6 inches at the Youngstown Warren Airport, making it the 9th snowiest April on record. I'm going to go on record today on the 19th and say we are likely done seeing accumulating snow this season. Today probably was the last hurrah. Now, could we see flurries, non-accumulating snow? I don't want to rule that out yet, but I'm going to go on record as saying I suspect this will be the last time we measure any accumulation with any snow this season. It's about time, by the way. We've had way too much wintry weather in April by my standards and by most people's standards, but this isn't that unusual. A lot of people have asked me lately, hey, has it ever snowed this late in the year? And the answer is, oh yeah. In fact, it snowed all the way into mid-May, and as recently as 2 years ago, on the 15th day of May 2016, we had 0.2 inches of snow, just one day shy of the record, which is May 16th for the latest measurable snow. And May 9th, 1966, there was 5.5 inches worth of snow, May 9th. So it snows at this time of year, and again, we can even see some accumulation in rare cases all the way into May. Kind of broke down our recent weather in the unusual column and the sort of unusual but maybe not really column. It is unusual to have this many days in which snow is seen in April. In fact, today we tied for the most days with measurable snow in the month of April. It's also pretty unusual to have a March-April combo, both months colder than average. We haven't had one of those since 1996. We've had plenty of cold Marches and chilly Aprils, but a back-to-back below average combo in March and April has not happened in 22 years. In the not really category, we've had a lot of snow by April standards, but we're going to finish in 9th place. That's a top 10 finish, but it's nowhere near the top really. And through the first 19 days of the month, it's been cold, but only the 14th coldest stretch on record from the 1st through the 19th. So, it's annoying. A lot of people are tired of the cold and snow, and some records are being set, but some records are out of reach as well. A high-res visible satellite loop over the last 12 hours shows the clouds this morning thinning this afternoon, leading to a mostly clear sky out there this evening. Good opportunity to check out the moon and Venus early this evening. Across the country, weather's pretty quiet. We got a low-pressure system spinning across Nevada, producing cool weather and showery weather in the Intermountain West. And it's cool out there by Western standards. It's only 73 in Phoenix this evening. And other than that, not much remarkable on the temperature map across the country. The growing season has technically begun south of Interstate 70, so they're issuing freeze warnings, freeze watches, frost advisories for places where the growing season has been declared to have begun. Our growing season has not begun, of course, and with more sub-freezing nights coming our way over the next couple of nights, certainly too early to start planting anything here. Our average date of the last hard freeze, and by hard freeze I mean upper 20s, is typically the first week of May. The longer range, it's still looking a little cool in early May, so we may have a somewhat later than average final frost or freeze this year. All right, pretty tranquil over the next couple of days. Let me start with some clouds tomorrow morning, especially in western PA. The afternoon should turn bright and sunny, and high pressure will build across and give us a good weekend. It'd be nice if it was warmer, but it'll be a pretty good weekend overall. There'll be some fair weather, high clouds, making the sky maybe a little milky at times Saturday, but Sunday should be fairly bright and sunny as most of those clouds get shunted off to our south. The Climate Prediction Center, part of the National Weather Service, put out their May outlook today. And some good news here. I like their ideas here. This is not my forecast, but I do agree with the overall ideas here that there is a decent chance of a warmer than average month in May across actually a large chunk of the country, including eastern Ohio and western PA. How far above average? Too early to talk about that. Certainly there's going to be some chilly periods. As of right now, I think the month of May will probably start kind of cool. But overall, we should bust out of this consistently chilly pattern that we've been in over the last couple of months. That very warm February seems like a distant memory. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. I have a half day tomorrow, so no Weather Geeks for you Friday evening. Pretty quiet weather Friday and the weekend, so there won't be much to talk about anyway. So I'll see you back here on Monday. Hope you have a great Thursday night, everyone.